This video was created by VinylicPuma of VinylicPumaGaming. What's going on, everybody? This is VinylicPuma, and today we are here to show you my ultimate endgame skill tree for Handsome Jack, the Doppelganger for Borderlands, the pre-sequel. Now, before we get into this video any more in depth, I just want to say a couple things. The first thing is, this is a pre-release build. At the time of making this video, the Handsome Jack DLC is not out yet, or the Jack Doppelganger DLC is not out yet. So keep that in mind when you are looking at this in the far future, or the future, whatever. The other thing is that Handsome Jack has a lot of amazing skills that I didn't spec into. I like Take Their Freedom. I also like Collaborate. And then there's another interesting one here. There's going to be two builds you're going to be seeing, and there's incentives. If I had the opportunity to pick this up, I would have picked this up. Now, the third and final thing is that Handsome Jack, on average, between all of these skill trees here, has about 45 skills between each tree. Hero of the Story is 45 skills. Greater Good is 45 skills. And Free Enterprise is 44, so I don't know. Let's just go ahead and call it 45 as well. But what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the first skill tree that I put together here. Now, of course, Handsome Jack's action skill is he summons two Digi-Jacks. Whoa, got to say that really fast. Now, what this does is basically you have two of these Digi-Jacks, as far as I understand it, that go out and fight for you. And you can cancel the action skill early by holding the LB or the action skill button, I guess, on PC. Now, I did this for my build. I went into Hero of the Story and Greater Good if you aren't going into Free Enterprise at all. So I went with Best Foot Forward. This is going to increase your Digi-Jack duration, so the duration of your action skill. This is going to decrease over time. There is Just Compensation, which is going to improve your magazine size and your grenade damage. So guns that get a grenade damage bonus, and they're also going to be getting a magazine size upgrade. So that's going to really increase your DPS. I also went with You Have My Shield, because if you have a really nice turtle shield, that can be really useful for the Empyrean Sentinel raid boss. Having just kind of like a nice chunky shield makes you really durable. And it's also going to make your Digi-Jacks very durable. Now, again, I mentioned earlier, Take Their Freedom looks like it'd be pretty good. At max skills, or at 5 out of 5, it's going to give you 12.5% of your max health on a kill. So I recommend that if you don't like, I guess, Just Compensation, or you're going to do something totally different from what I've done here. So let's go ahead and get out of that and go back in here. Now, Jack's Cash, what this does is when you throw grenade and you have 4 of these stacks of cash, you're not going to consume grenade ammo, which is really useful from what it seems like with Just Compensation, because you could have you could be really low on grenades all the time, and then when you want to throw a grenade, all you have to do is, as long as you're killing enemies and you've got 4 stacks, you can throw grenades. So it almost seems like you may not even need to ever pick up grenades, which would be very good with Handsome Jack here. Now, on my mark, what this does is it allows you to throw, from what it seems like, it would be 3 of the same grenade at the same time. So imagine if you threw 3 Stormfronts or 3 cryo grenades in one area. It would be absolute overkill, especially with Tesla grenades or a Stormfront grenade. Now, another skill that was kind of interesting is Hero Pose. I didn't pick this up just simply because the bonuses max out at 20%, but if you are running with like a amp shield, this would be really useful for you. Lean on Me is pretty interesting. What this does is it increases your fire rate for you and gives your Digijacks a chance to fire a bonus corrosive shot based on how high your health is. So the higher your health, the higher your fire rate's going to be. So that's pretty cool. Resolute, what this does is it basically gives you enhanced, mainly the reason I picked this up is for the enhanced weapon damage. And this is basically when you get hurt, you deal more damage. So that's pretty cool. And then Promote the Ranks. What this does is your first Digijack spawn will be a badass that deals increased damage, increased health, and can launch a powerful Digi missile barrage. Each Digijack spawn afterwards has a chance to be a badass, and that's 33%. So that seemed like a pretty good skill to me, and I just went ahead and picked it up. Now, I went with Integrity here, which what this does is you get bonus weapon damage against enemies who are below 40% of health. There also seems to be a bonus, as it says here, if you have not damaged the enemy previously and the enemy has under 40% health, you deal extra weapon damage. So I guess if your Digijacks deal damage or a friend you're playing with deals damage, you're going to deal even more damage to that enemy, and that can go up to like 4 times. So that seems like that would be pretty powerful. Synergy looks really good. It's a kill skill that deals increased weapon damage and critical hit damage. So that looks pretty good. Diversify will give your Digijacks those shotgun lasers. I really hated the shotgun lasers when I played through my first playthrough on Wilhelm. They have really high hit scan, and they seem to deal a lot of damage. So I went ahead and I picked that up. Teamwork looks really good. If an ally enters Fight for Your Life or a Digijack dies, you regenerate health. That looked pretty cool. And this can stack up to 10 times. Now, these other skills here, accountability and commitment, the way these work, I guess, is you... basically, if your friends go down or your Digijacks die, you get increased fire rate and reload bonus. I wasn't really crazy about these, but you might be. And you all have probably played the game. You've already played with Handsome Jack, so that'll be pretty cool. And I also skipped these. Really, when a skill has rank 1 damage, it goes up to rank 5, and the rank 5 damage isn't really useful in Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. So I have a feeling when that comes out, Optimism may be irrelevant. And winning could be pretty cool if you want that movement speed bonus. But I didn't pick it up here. Now, Potential looks pretty good. When your Digijack spawns, he sets off a Shock Nova. Also, you can use your action skill while you're in Fight for Your Life. The big thing here is that you can use your action skill while you're in Fight for Your Life to get up quickly. Delegation also looked pretty good. A portion of your damage dealt to you is redistributed to your Digijacks. That seems like that would be a really good skill for really nice damage reduction. Believe looked kind of interesting, although I'll explain that in a little bit. And then here is Leadership. When a Digijack dies, it counts as if you had killed an enemy. This can grant you a second win. Second win can be granted once per action skill use. Now, what I thought was pretty interesting, and my theory with this is if you get a kill skill, if you get a kill on one of your Digijacks, it's going to activate all of your kill skills. So, I mean, you look at Winning, Believe. Let me find it here. That might be it. Oh, Synergy. I don't think I mentioned that. And then I think there's Absolute Advantage over here, which looks really nice as well. You get a lot of these bonuses to your kill skills, and you could pretty much probably, and there may be a way to do it where you can try to kill your own Digijacks to keep your fire rate up for rating. So that could be pretty cool. Now, but what I'm going to go ahead and do is show you my other build that I thought looked pretty cool. And that is this. It's pretty much the greater good. A lot of the similar skills that I picked before, but I went into free enterprise more. You see here I've got high frequency trading for weapon swap speed. Compound interest is going to play off of weapon swap, where what you do is you shoot an enemy with one gun, you switch and shoot an enemy with another. So you could probably walk around with like an ice laser, and then you can whip out a some other kind of gun. You could probably even pull out an explosive gun, and it's going to increase the explosive damage of that weapon. And it will also add it to, like, say, like a Jacobs. And that's what compound interest does. Money is power. If you pick up money, you're going to get more damage output. So this is pretty much like Gage's Anarchy, but in my opinion, it's better. You have taxation of trade routes, which increases your fire rate with all gun types. The bonus is based on how many bullets are currently in the magazine. So if you're flying through magazines, that's going to really help. Then I went with absolute advantage because of leadership. I also went with supply and demand. That's just going to regenerate your health. It could work really well with teamwork. And then, of course, sponsored by, the main reason I picked this up is for the Malawan bonus. With 25% damage as elemental damage. That's going to be really useful if you're using the Rosie, which is the strongest, or at least one of the strongest lasers in the game. The bonus for Vladoff weapons is going to be nice. TDOR reload speed is not bad. And Jacob's weapon damage looks really good as well, as does the Torg damage bonus of 25%. Now, with doll weapons and Hyperion weapons, I'm not particularly crazy about it, but if you are going to use Hyperion weapons, I recommend you spec into Company Man, which is going to increase accuracy even more and your critical hit damage. But anyway, guys, that's going to pretty much wrap up this video. If you did like this video, please be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Really helps me out. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time.